There is one asset class that has not lost money in over 100 years, not in 1929, not in 2008, not last year, and the people who already own it are not the people you think. I'm about to say something that is going to sound impossible. Since 1990, this one asset class has had 0 negative years, not a single one. Stocks crashed 49% in 2008. Real estate lost 1/3 of its value. Gold went sideways for 20 years straight. Bitcoin lost 77% in a single year. But this asset just kept going up, quietly, boringly, while Wall Street pretended it didn't exist. And by the end of this video, you are going to know exactly what it is, why nobody talks about it, and how 3 regular people are buying into it right now, without millions of dollars. I am Marco Valenti. Welcome back to Elite Grind Group. This is the show where we dig up the financial history that the people in charge would rather you forget. Because here is the uncomfortable truth. The wealthy do not get rich the same way you are told to get rich. They never have. And the asset I am about to show you, it is the perfect example. Act 1, the claim. Let me lay out the case. And I want you to fact check every single thing I say. From 1992 through 2024, U.S. farmland delivered an average annual return of over 10%. That is roughly the same as the S&P 500. But here is where it gets wild. It did that with about half the volatility of stocks. Lower risk, same return. Look it up. And in over 30 years of tracked data, U.S. farmland has not had a single year of negative returns. 0. Zip. Nothing. Compare that to your 401k, which lost almost half its value in 2008 and stayed underwater for years. Act 2. Who owns it? So if this asset is so incredible, why have you never heard a single financial advisor recommend it? Here is your answer. Watch what the people at the top actually do with their money. In 1996, Warren Buffett quietly bought a 400-acre farm in Nebraska. 28 years later, the farm had tripled its earnings and was worth 5 times what he paid. He said, and I am paraphrasing here, "You do not need to be a genius to see the upside. You just need to not panic and not sell." Then there is Bill Gates. He is now the single largest private owner of farmland in the United States, hundreds of thousands of acres across multiple states. Why? Because the man who could buy literally anything on earth chose dirt, hedge funds, sovereign wealth funds, pension funds. They are all quietly piling into the same thing. Meanwhile, you got told to put everything into index funds and pray. The market does not crash again. Act 3, why it works. So why does this work? Why is this asset class basically unkillable? 3 reasons, and once you see them, you can never unsee them. Reason number 1, they are not making more of it. There are roughly 880 million acres of farmland in America. That number is going down every single year as cities sprawl and farms get paved over. Reason number 2, people have to eat. Tariffs change, inflation spikes, wars start, recessions hit. None of that changes the fact that 330 million Americans need food on their table tomorrow. Reason number 3, it pays you twice. Farmland appreciates in value, and it generates income through rent or crop revenue. Stocks only do one of those things, and only sometimes. It is a tangible, productive, inflation-resistant asset that does not care about your government's monetary policy. Act 4, how to access it. Now I know what you are thinking. Marco, I do not have $1 million to buy a farm in Iowa, and you do not need it. There are 3 ways ordinary people are getting into farmland in 2026. Path 1. Farmland, REITs. Publicly traded companies like Gladstone Land or Farmland Partners. You buy shares the same way you buy any stock. Minimum investment? The price of a single share. Sometimes under $20. Path 2. Crowdfunding platforms. Companies like AcreTrader and Farm Together let you buy fractional ownership in actual working farms. Some require accredited investor status, some do not. Path 3. Direct ownership. If you have land near you that is being sold cheap, especially after estate sales or divorces, you can sometimes buy productive acreage for less than a used car. I am not telling you what to do. I am telling you what is possible. There is a difference. Act 5. The warning. Now, here is what I have to be honest about. Farmland is not liquid. You cannot sell it tomorrow morning before the market opens. That is actually part of why it works. It forces patience. It rewards holders. Returns can vary by region. Bad weather hits. Crop prices swing. None of this is guaranteed. But ask yourself this. When was the last time your 401k account felt safe? When was the last time you opened your banking app and did not feel a knot in your stomach? The wealthy do not panic during crashes. You know why? Because most of their wealth is not even in the things that crash. Look, the system is not rigged the way most people think it is. The information has always been there. The question is what you do with it. If this video opened your eyes even a little, do me a favor, hit subscribe, drop a comment with the word dirt if you are paying attention. And tomorrow, I am going to break down the second hidden asset class. The one Wall Street started quietly buying in 2024 that almost nobody is watching. Quick disclosure. Everything in this video is for educational purposes only. I am not a licensed financial advisor. Nothing I just said is investment, legal, or tax advice. Past performance does not guarantee future results. Always consult a qualified professional before making any financial decisions. Stay focused, stay consistent, stay elite.